the opportunity to come here today and tell you what we do. So we provide a solution for enterprise to bring all of their contacts and all of their communications all together so that you can have polite communications with your customers at any scale. So our background is John has a history in CRM and I have a history in marketing and sales. And we were frustrated that kind of the tools of our trade forced us to either do one of two things. Blast our customers with impersonal messages, or in a really, really labor-intensive way, send the kind of personalized messages that we all know work with people. And so we were looking for a way to be able to kind of scale up the personalized communications that people appreciate. And it turns out we bit off a pretty big problem. So it's been a couple of years and we're going to show you what we came up with. So let's dive right into the tool since we're at demo. And right now you're looking at our launch screen, but in order to get some context around what this is, let's go ahead and go to the account setup. So if you want a category for this, it defies a little bit sort of the it's this and this, you know, but let's just try to be open-minded. But if you really need a category, you can call this Unified Cloud Communications. It's something like a smartphone for your business in the cloud. We don't sell you any hardware. You can access this from any kind of mobile device, desktop, your phone, wherever. And the first thing that you do is a lot like when you purchase a smartphone. You can either transfer an existing phone number or you can purchase a new phone number. And using that phone number, you can make and receive voice calls. You can send and receive text messages just like you would on a smartphone. Next, you set up your email. You can use your existing corporate email. You can connect to Gmail, or just right out of the box, we give you a SendSmart email. So if you're just kind of not in the mood to go through a big setup, it just works out of the gate. So next, you can bring in all your Twitter and Facebook contacts and the communications from those platforms. You can also bring in contacts from Salesforce and soon other third-party tools. And in case there's not an integration yet that you need, we have a very flexible CSV upload tool that allows you to bring in contact information from any other platform that you're using. You know, we have duplicate detection, and then we can also create new fields on the fly. So whatever the specific things are that matter to your business, you can track those and search those all, sort of like a CRM type capability. So with all that contact data and all that communications all of a sudden all together, many businesses' first inclination can be to just blast everything. So we've seen that, and this launch tool is basically an answer to that. We look at that kind of like a user interface problem. And so we've tried to create a really, pleasant user interface around letting a business visualize all their customer data on each channel, and then pick from various saved searches that they can define in whatever way they'd like to kind of target who they're talking to pick which channel they'd like to reach out to customers on, and then to craft a message with mail merge tokens in it that sounds and just feels a lot to the person who receives it like a personalized message. So that way people reply to the message, they engage, and all those responses come to our one unified inbox. In that inbox, all of the emails, text messages, phone calls, tweets, all that is all brought together in one place, and clicking on any one of them brings up the complete history of the communication between us and that user on multiple channels. So obviously there are applications for this in lots of different fields. We'd love to talk with you about that. Thanks a lot for letting us show you how we help your business send smart.
We thought it was a personal communications tool to make my life easier, but this is being positioned more as a marketing tool?
That's a good question, and it's a little bit of both. So initially it's targeted at the salesperson, and it's sort of a little bit like a Salesforce or Dropbox model where we get to that person first, we empower them, and then through that relationship expand into the enterprise so the enterprise can get data and analytics and management around what the people in their organization are doing.
Notice you didn't have LinkedIn on there. How's that going?
We'd love to have a talk with them. Right now you can, yeah. Right now you can use our CSV upload tool, but obviously that's inconvenient for users to have to download their LinkedIn data and then upload it. But we currently have that. I have my LinkedIn data in there, but we'd love to smooth that out.
Business model?
So we charge per account per month, software as a service, and right now our average revenue per user per month exceeds $300 per month. So people pay a fantastic premium to be able to organize all of their communications together.
So the idea is target the single end user and salesperson. Have the number of salespeople kind of virally talk to one another inside the enterprise,
Sure.
grow that base, and then have the enterprise basically embrace the analytics platform that's engaged with the sales folks. Is that
Precisely, and our next step, keep in mind that where we are now, we had to kind of envision a long time ago, but where we're headed next is empowering that exact thing where we'd like to provide tools within this that allow the salespeople to talk and coordinate with each other. And there's a lot of great companies in that space, and we want to empower the people sharing SenseMart with each other. So yeah, that's it.
one additional question to that then? So how are you layering the effectiveness into the enterprise for the salesperson? So there's a whole series of other elements of that. There, the way in which they've communicated to campaign the end consumer, then revenue management, the contract. Like, are you tying into all that?
Excellent.
Simply just the
Right.
communication.
Excellent question. Traditional CRM, has all these tools around, deal flow management and all those things, and we deliberately simplified this to just be sort of a communications tool. And again, speaking to where we're headed, look forward to offering an API. We look forward to offering apps. We're doing partnerships with people who want to delve into the very specific use cases for this kind of data, similar to the direction of Box. We want to kind of handle the meaty, really irritating problems, and then empower other companies to make money serving the specific interests of some customers.
So, excuse me, I'm trying to think about this from the Dell perspective, where we have tens of thousands of salespeople in there, and we've got all kinds of tools that you name it, we use it.
Can I give you a business word right now?
Absolutely, that's why we're here. We want to talk. But could you walk me through specifically, like, what would you be doing? Are you an add-on then, which is what it sounds like, to what we'd already be using, and you're just adding another
So to
way?
be candid with you, and I heard what you said to the other company about, are you yet another tool? And it's like, we're really trying to avoid being yet another tool, but that's where we have to start, because we are yet another tool right now. You can bring in stuff from other places, but I think ultimately, no one's going to be able to really handle this until they solve the whole communications problem. Because communications and CRM need to be together. And CRM as it exists today is really consumer record management, not consumer relationship management. And so in order to really manage the relationship, eventually we think we'll have to solve the whole problem, but for now we would be a communications add-on tool and have done a lot of work to make sure we can integrate easily in a lateral role with other software platforms.
Okay,
Maybe that's
along those lines
that's a
then,
question.
what is the longer term play here? So what do you see happening with your company, let's say over even the next 5 years?
Well, this market is enormous. So this market is predicted to be a $60 billion, unified communications is predicted to be a $61 billion market by 2018, and we think that's low. So CRM is predicted to be a $340 billion market by 2018. And we think that unified cloud communications is going to start eating more of CRM, as salespeople are just going to want communications and customer relationship management to be together. So we also see a decoupling of the phone and the device. So there are a lot of companies in this space that are real smart, doing very interesting things, but monetizing their ideas and their services by selling you like a physical phone on your desk. People don't want that anymore. They want to be able to use their iPad. And, these are trends that we all just kind of know.
Okay, thank you very much. This really sets up our next session after this one.